friends, welcome back to my channel. So this is the look I decided to create for you. I thought it'd be fun to have the option of doing a raspberry red lip, something different than a bright red or a matte lip. This look is really easy to achieve. I used all drugstore products, so if you guys like this look, please stay tuned. So, as always, I'm going to start with my eyebrows, and I'm just going to use the new NYX Sculpt and Highlight Brow Contour, and I'm just going to outline my eyebrows and then gently fill them in. Next, I'm going to take the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Creamy Beige, and I'm going to apply this all over my lid in preparation for eyeshadow. And I'm just using a Sigma F17 concealer brush. So I'm going to let that set into my skin for a little bit, and while it does that, I'm going to start prepping my skin. So to make sure our skin is nice and dewy, I am using the NYX Illuminator in the color Gleam, and I'm just going to apply a small amount of this all over my face. Let's finish up our eyes while the illuminator sets into our skin. So for my first eyeshadow, I am going to use NYX's Liquid Gold. This is one of their Prismatic eyeshadows that came out in the middle of last year. These are equivalent to Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows or MAC Pigment. I always like to pack eyeshadow on first using patting motions, and then I will swipe my brush all over my eyelid to make sure it's even. Next, you want to take a matte eyeshadow that is 1 or 2 shades lighter than your lid color. This is a matte eyeshadow from NYX. They do not write the names on the back of these single eyeshadows for whatever reason. The number that's on here is M06WWW, and I know that's not what this is called, but I will have all names linked down below. I'm going to use a MAC 217 brush to apply this in the upper part of my crease. And to create my wing, I am going to use my Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. Bit of color underneath my brows. I'm going to use this NYX matte eyeshadow again, and I'm just going to use a MAC 217 brush to apply this underneath my brow bone. And then I'm going to take a clean MAC 224 brush and blend out any harsh lines. Alright, and let's move on to our face. So for this look, I'm using the Revlon PhotoReady Insta-Fix foundation. I use this a lot. I love this foundation, so there isn't much left in the tube. But I'm just going to apply this generously all over my face. And then I'm going to use the NYX Beauty Sponge to blend this in. Cut out, so I'm not quite sure if it filmed my highlighting, but all I used is my Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the number 120. Applied this underneath my eyes, on my forehead, and a little bit on my nose and on my upper lip, and I blended that in with the NYX Beauty Sponge. And now we're going to add a little bit of contour. I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free foundation in the color 355, and I'm just going to apply this underneath my cheeks, a little bit on my forehead and my jawbone. this look to have some definition to it, but I do still want it to look natural, so I'm not applying too much contour. I'm just gonna blend this in with my NYX sponge. As always, when you blend in your forehead contour, just make sure you blend it into your hairline. Next, I'm going to set my foundation with my heavily used Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder Foundation. This is in the color 310 Sun Beige. And I'm just going to lightly powder this all over my face. This will lighten up that contour, lighten up that highlight, and then we'll go back in and brighten those areas up. And I have a blemisher that wasn't covered with my foundation, so I'm going to show you guys a cool little trick that I use. I'm just going to take this same powder foundation. I'm going to rub my finger in it, get some powder on it, and then just press that over that blemish and then blend around, and it's done. Now we're going to go back in and highlight the areas that we highlighted and contour the places that we contoured again, but with powder. And I'm just going to use my NYX highlight and contour palette to do that. For my highlight, I'm going to mix these two colors right here. And I know you're probably wondering, like, why would you do that? That totally wastes time. But the reason why I am doing that for this look is I want this look to be soft but still have definition. And sometimes you don't even realize it, but you can apply too much of that cream contour and highlight. So I like using that powder foundation that matches my foundation to kind of soften all those areas up and really make sure those harsh edges are blended in. And we'll add a little bit here, just to contour that a little bit. And then I'm going to mix these two colors right here to darken up my contour. And I'm using a MAC small contour brush. And for your cheek contour, you always want to blend it upwards and not drag it down. We want to lift those cheeks and not make them sag. An eensy bit of contour to my nose, and I'm just going to use those Singing 2 contour colors and a clean MAC 224 brush. And now I'm just going to curl my lashes and add my favorite mascara, and I'll be right back. And to brighten up my eyes, I'm just going to use the Rimmel Wonder Pencil and add this to my waterline. Next, I'm going to use the NYX Lip Primer. This is mostly used when you use lip pencils, but this is great to use with any lipstick because it kind of fills in the ridges of your lips and it prevents your lipstick from cracking or settling into any fine lines. And while that sets into my lips, I am going to apply my blush using the Milani Romantic Rose Blush in a small blush brush from MAC. I like to first dab my blush onto the apples of my cheeks, then blend it outward, and then gently blend it in with my contour. So for my lips, I am going to use the Rimmel Show Off Lip Lacquer. This is in the color Stellar. I think you can still find these but they are just so gorgeous. I just couldn't resist using this color because I thought it was a perfect Valentine's Day lip color. One trick that is an absolute must when you use bright lip colors like this is to take your index finger, stick it in your mouth, which sounds so weird, and kind of suck on your finger. This will allow the lipstick on the inner rim of your lips to not get on your teeth. And you'll always see that rim color of your lipstick. And I'll probably do that a couple times before I head out the door. Alright, and for our last step, I am going to use this NYX Illuminator powder. This is in the color Magnetic. I'm going to use a Morphe M509 brush to apply this on top of my cheekbone. Just on top of my eyebrow. On the tip of my nose. I'm going to take a little bit on my finger and just dab it right on my Cupid's bow. Then I'm going to take a MAC 224 brush and apply a little bit of contour on my bottom lip. And I'm going to add a little bit of that illuminator underneath my brow bone. Alright everybody, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. This was kind of a fun, fairly simple look, I think. Just a couple of easy steps and a couple of products just to create this fun nighttime Valentine's Day look. So if you guys like this look, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all of the new tutorials that I'll have coming out, as well as product reviews. Thanks you guys so much for spending the time with me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Don't forget to follow me!